Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 19 of Let's Play Expeditions Vikings. In the last part, we were saying goodbye and setting sail for Britain. At the moment, we're just waiting for Nefja to say goodbye, and then we're going to say goodbye to everyone else. Nefja's mother, Bjorgdis, is standing in the doorway to her house, arms crossed with a concerned expression on her face. Sigmar, aren't you expected on the ship? They can wait a moment longer. Nephew wanted to say goodbye before we leave. Bjorgdis' face turns very pale, very quickly. She opens her mouth, but no sound escapes. Nephew takes a deep breath. I'm leaving, Mum. My Thegn needs me. No, you can't. You have to stay here. You can't go. It's dangerous. I know it's dangerous, but I'm still going. Leave this foolish venture to the men. Do you want to meet a pointless end in some distant land? Your sister and I need you here. Curses, Mum. You've already got Euphia. Euphora, just for once, trust that I know what's best for me. Nefja's mother's turned to you, and her voice raises by at least an octave. Please, Sigmar, go if you insist, but don't take my daughter. I need her by my side. She's one of the most skilled warriors I know. She's not a warrior. She's my little girl. I've indulged her flights of fancy for much too long, but I will not let them take her from me. Nefja's twin sister glides up behind their mother and puts a gentle hand on her shoulder. Fiora is still clad in night clothes, but she has covered herself in 2 layers of woven blankets. Apart from her pale and spotless skin, she looks exactly like Nefja. They even wear their hair the same way. Mum, you're making a scene. Bjorgdis tries to pull Fiora into her arms. Oh, my sweet girl, your sister wants to leave us. Fiora's voice is soft and gracious, completely lacking of the forcefulness of her sister. Let her go, Mum. Nefja is meant for bigger things than this life. Bjorgdis, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but Bjorgdis makes a face like her daughter just stabbed her in the heart. How can you say that? You knew about this? I won't let anything happen to your daughter. You have my word. Bjorgdis releases a long, quaking breath. She pulls both her daughters into a tight hug. Sigmar, I know you'll do best to look after my daughter, and Nefja, I know you don't need to be looked after After it all, you've become such a strong woman and so beautiful. Bjorgdis releases her daughters and takes one step back. My heart breaks to see you leave, but your father would be so proud of you. I know I'll see you again. Nefja is doing an admirable job of not crying. I love you too, Mum. She turns to Euphia and pulls her braid slightly. And you too, you insufferable brat. I'll bring your daughter home in good condition, I promise. Nefja hugs both of them again before you set back towards the beach. She turns several times on the way to wave happily at the two of them. Thank you for this. Nothing to thank. Let's back down here. Let's go to speak to Aself. My cousin, who's a bit of a dickhead. Actually, now that I think about it, we have finished our constructions. Oh, damn. Aself was talking to Oberon and Grimkel. The conversation falls silence when you into earshot. It's a fine ship Torfin built. She's sure to carry you safely across the seas, any sea. As everyone nods approvingly, it's a beautiful ship indeed. Torfin's craftsmanship has brought honor to us all. The ship is fine, yes, but the crew is what that will make it strong. Grimkel and Oberon seem to contemplate this for a moment. Aself nods sagely. Well said. There's no telling what we'll find over there. But with me as your bannerman, you'll have nothing to fear. You are the strongest warrior amongst us, but don't let it get to your head. Humility is a pretense. I speak for what I believe to be the truth. Is your family not here? My family is not pleased about recent events. They wish me to stay here and help on the farm and protect the clan. My father and I had settled matters already. I saw no reason for him to be here now. Are you ready to go? I was just parting with my friends. I'm ready to leave when you are. Right, Rurik. Your brother stands on the beach with his hands folded behind his back. Sensing your presence behind him, he seems to slump. I see no hope or glory out there. When I gaze across the sea, all I can see is the absence and loss. I see my little brother disappearing into the horizon on a beautiful longship with his devoted friends and hostiles, never to return. I'm sorry, you're a grown man and you're my Thegn now, but to me you'll always be my little brother. The shame I feel because I dare not follow you is overwhelming. You fret for no reason. You're right, of course you're right. You've never given me any reason to doubt you, and yet I can't help but worry. He turns and pulls you into a warm embrace. Take care of yourself, Sigmar. Without you, we would all be lost. Alright, let's fucking go, lads. You stand at the bow and count your crew. Everyone's on board now, getting acquainted with the ship. Running hands along the wood, tugging at the ropes. Those who have shields, place them onto the slots along the railing. Sacks of personal belongings are stashed below the boards. Finally, they pick the seats accordingly to size and arm strength, and turn to you, waiting. You can no longer postpone it. You need to pick a bannerman. The title of bannerman denotes the most trusted member of your herd, your second in command, who can expect to deal with a little more often than the other members of your herd. Well then, Nefja and Kettle are the best choice because they're unwavering. Or unwavering and devoted. Aself is loyal, but... So surprisingly, Gunmar's loyal. Or Gunnar's loyal. But... do not know who I want to make my bannerman. You know what? We'll make it Nefja. I'm okay with this. Nefja stands and grasps your arm firmly. Pride shines brightly from her face. I will serve you well, Sigmar. I'll follow you into Valhalla if I must. You have my word. Okay. Friends and family are still gathered further on the shore and have earshot and casual conversation, but close enough to hear any rousing pep talk you might attempt. Well, which one do I want to do? This one. Thank you all for your joining me on this expedition. None of you owe me your allegiance. Most of you have reasons to stay behind. Yet you've chosen to leave your home and your loved ones and follow me into the great danger in a distant land. Your herdmen look around at each other, nodding and smiling. They are all of them surrounded by people they can trust. I will not squander this trust you've placed in me. Your lives and your health are my main concern. We are all hoping for wealth and glory, but what are such things if we're not alive and well to enjoy them? Laughter and scattered shouts of hear, hear carry across the cold morning wind blowing over the bay. All of us on this ship, from today onwards, we are brothers and sisters in arms. We must watch out for each other, and we will be called upon to risk our lives for each other. As long as we stand together, we will return safely. The crew is standing up now and patting each other heavily on the shoulders. The crowd on the shore is clapping and shouting accolades. Whatever you were before, now you are Vikings. I finally a shouting burst, clapping, stomping, whooping and banging of the weapons erupts as you finish your speech. The crowd seems to be competing with your crew to make the most noise. The ruckus is barely reduced as you take the seats and signal for your herdmen to seize their oars and take the ship out to the bay. Soon the elegant curves of the Fafnir cut smoothly through the water towards the British seas, or British Isles. We're Vikings. And that, to be honest, that was actually very, very emotion-filled. That was a very well done scene right there. So we're going to go to Scarborough. Oh, fuck. Do we have to go to Scarborough? Scarborough, shit. Can I go to somewhere else like... can we go to the south instead? The south's nicer. No. There we go. There we go. And here we are. So she's back at home. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring along Nefja, Ketil, Aself, Gunnar, and Kolga. As for our first part of the mission. And we'll just see what happens. Hopefully it's not going to be too long of a loading screen. We'll see. Definitely look forward to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely the part of the campaign I was most interested in doing. Men and women watch you disembark from the rocks above. silhouetted against the light grey sky. Down the beach, two brave youngsters keep a close eye on the mysterious strangers in their imposing warship. Nephew's boots sink into the sand as he jumps a few feet from the ship, weapon in hand. I see a path up to the cliffs to the south. They'll be expecting us. Gunnar grips his axe, clearly pleased to feel its weight in his hand. No, they know we are coming, but they won't be expecting us. Kettle staggers as he feels the firm ground sway beneath him. After days of sailing, shading his eyes with his hand, he looks up to the stone building that towers above the cliffs. If we've come for riches, I'd say we found it. Look at that fortress. If the plan is to attack that hall, I hope that this coast is undefended as the rumors made it out to be. A king who can afford a building like that, but also afford to retain warriors to protect. A king who can afford a building like that can also afford to retain the warriors to protect it. Ruska speaks barely loud enough to hear over the roar of the surf. It's not a fortress, I think. It has an air of sanctuary about it. I could be wrong, but we're going to scout things out. The rest of you drag up the ship and make camp. So that's it. We are finally in Britain. I'm just going to go out Lemon. Let's go talk to these two. No, don't run. I only want to stab you. Nice little bit here. A little sea. I'm 90% sure the coastline of Britain does not look like this, but hey. An empty little thing there. Campsite. Oh, look, they do have stuff. Good, you actually do have stuff. Because if you didn't have stuff, I was going to be very upset, game. And contemplate killing the next people I run into. So, right now, that's we've figured out everything over here. So, let's continue on. I'll continue back over here. Ooh, there's something that could be useful there. Ooh, armor webbing. Nice one. I'm pretty sure we use that to craft armor. Yeah, we'll do the beach first. Let's scout the beach out completely in its entirety. If we know everything about the beach, we can move a little bit. We can make a little bit more of a good judgment, or if there's nothing on the beach, we don't have to worry then. Doesn't look like there's anything much on the beach. Yeah, it looks like the beach is completely barren. So, yep, it is time to make our journey up then. Oop, too soon, too soon. There we go, it's this part here, there we go. Right, let's go see what's up here. Oh, this is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. This is much better than I was expecting. The group who intercepts you above the cliff displays every indication of the classic angry mob, down to the prevalence of pitchforks. The middle-aged man at the front, hastily dressed in a cheap hide jerkin and wielding an actual spear, tells you in a language that tickles you something at the back of your mind, but doesn't quite translate into the meaning. Brandish weapons. Nervous shuffling ripples through the welcoming party as they all shift their weight, grasping their weapons more securely and generally prepare for their day to get a whole lot worse. The man in front, whom you have mentally labelled as the emissary, speaks a few short commands to his friend, followed by a tense but you think reconciliatory sentence addressed to you. One step behind you, you sense Kettle shifting his weapon weight anxiously. I think they understand this. You understand what they're saying? Mostly, some of it. He's asking who we are and where we've come from. Now I think he's asking us to come with them. If she was doing her level best to hide the incredulity in her voice. How could this be? You've never left Thegn in your life. I assume Odin decided on a whim to grant me a complete power over language just now. Why would I lie? Tell them to throw down their weapons or we'll teach them a lesson they won't soon forget, I think. Kettle gives you a sheepish look. I don't know how to say that. I get their meaning, but I can't speak that language. The welcoming committee has been listening to your exchange, and now fervent discussion is rippling throughout the ranks. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue. They quickly seem to reach some sort of conclusion. Their youngest member takes off at full tilt down the path towards the wood. More cryptic declarations are transmitted by the emissary. Get all strange to understand and translate. He's asking us to stay, wait. And something about a wise man? They're getting someone who can help. Lies. They're getting reinforcements. We attack now while the numbers are in our favor. Kettle's voice carries note of incredibly. Wait, come on. We are not going to give these people a chance. A chance to kill us first? Who knows how many actual warriors they have in that village. Better to strike quickly while we know what we're dealing with. These people aren't going to just let us take their valuables. I say we deal with this sad mob and make the beeline for that temple. I said we fight. But unfortunately, I don't actually get to fight first straight away. Gunnar, you know what to do. Time for us to take positions. And there are our positions. Yep, always me. I always get hit first. Oh my god, he actually does have a pitchfork. I thought he was kidding. Nope, they actually have a pitchfork. That's actually quite amusing, ladies and gentlemen. He has a pitchfork. Oh, if I get hit twice, I'm gonna cry. Fuck me. I'm dead. Why does this always happen to me?
Loathing will keep me in the fight.
Already injured. All fucking ready. Can't heal him, so we're in a bit of a situation already with me being knocked out. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. 10 out of 10 somehow fucked it up already. You know, just take him out. I see no reason to fuck up, like, to mince my aforementioned words. Who do you have the best chance on killing? You have the best chance of killing him, so let's try. Quick shot, come on. And you fucked up the second part. Of course you did. Alright, ourself, stun. It's unfortunate, but looks like Gunnar's going to fall as well. Which is kind of annoying, but what can you do? I'm going to be kind of surprised if I have to redo this. Yep, my two best fighters have been taken down straight away. Holy fuck. Oh my god. They are trashing us. How the fuck are they trashing us so badly? Kettle, please get rid of him. Please, just get rid of him. Thank you. Somehow, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually worried about my skills. Yeah, we have a problem. Their archers are amazing. Constantly ranging us as well. And healing them. Fuck's sake, ladies and gentlemen, this is a problem. Thank God we've got S-Elf who's got a shield. Oh, fucking hell, he's screwed. If he doesn't die now, we are, if he doesn't die now, we should be okay. Okay, we've got this. We can do this. Kettle, heal him.
Let me help you with that. Good.
Alright, as long as we can keep these idiots healed, we should be fine. Alright, let him stab you first, and then we'll get... Oh, fucking really? Yep, that doesn't sound fair. Yeah, this isn't going to end well, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Alright, we're down to 2 characters. This is, hey, every so often you have to be depressed and have your ass handed to you in battle. Well, I guess this is my fault for being aggressive. I guess I can accept that. You're gonna go stab him, aren't you? Yeah, you ladies and gentlemen, you know what? At this point, I think I'm going to accept that I just got my ass handed to me. And we're going to move back. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got our ass handed to us. Let's move on. Actually, no, I don't know what happens if we get our ass handed to us. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to try and figure this out. But we are probably going to go back to the load.
Where
Yep.
did all this blood come from?
Let's just hold that and we'll see what happens. They have a really good fucking shot to say that they're like meant to be using quick shot. Even if I'm range, that shouldn't be that good. Aslef's not going to die now, is he? Yeah, he's going to do his best not to get his ass handed to him. Kind of surprised. Alright, now he's fucked. Yep. Well, at least we got to see what happens if we get our ass handed to us. Defeat. But what happens though? You retreated to your ship. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we are actually going to load. We're going to take 10 minutes off what we've done, and we're just going to load this, because honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not really... That was more of a, let's just admit I fucked up, and we'll go back. We'll try that again. I'm still going to do the more aggressive option, but we're just going to do it in... I think it's fair. I mean, I get this one chance to redo it. I'll say that. One chance. I don't like save scumming. It's stupid, but... I'm okay with it this moment. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next part. See you guys then.